Well, hello there friends. These are the Pixel Buds Pro 2. I bought them a while ago and I decided to give them a chance. In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and tell you whether I think these earbuds are worth the price they command. Now, you guys know me, I like to use these products for an extended period of time before I give you my honest opinion. And seeing how it's almost Christmas time and people are going to go Christmas shopping, you might want to know a couple of things about these before you go out and purchase them. So let's go ahead and get started. Now first, how much did I pay for the Pixel Buds Pro 2? I paid $186.31. I got these on sale through Amex, but you can actually find these way cheaper now because Google constantly puts these on sale. I think I saw that they were as low as $160 in some instances. So if you shop around, you can actually get these cheaper than I did. Now, if you have seen any of my past videos, you know that I have my trusty ATH M50 headphones. And those I consider are the best listening accessory, in my opinion, overall. So then, why did I actually buy these things? Why did I purchase these buds when I have my trusty ATH M50s? Well, there are a couple of reasons. Number one is because wearing headphones all the time is just not feasible. Sometimes when you are on an airplane, you want to fall asleep, you manage to get upgraded to business class, and sleeping on your side with headphones is just not possible. So that's where these guys come into play. These fit very nicely in your ear and you can lay on your side. Number two is the active noise cancellation. Going back to that airplane scenario, when you are near the engine, you can hear it all the way around, and sometimes that gets annoying. Wearing these things cuts out that particular sound. Now, I'm going to tell you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly pertaining to these earbuds. Now, first, as you guys know, my videos are not sponsored. I am not an affiliate with anyone. I don't apply for any of that. I purchase everything with my own money. I don't get these sent for free. I don't get anything in this channel sent for review. You're getting the 100% honest opinion as best as I can give it to you. Now, you guys can go online and find reviews of these things up the wazoo. A lot of them spit out specs, they spit out technical data about these things. My reviews, as you guys know, are not really like that. They just give you the perspective of a normal person, not any technical data or how long these things last. I give it to you in a way that we can all understand. Sure, you can go online and ask Google how long these things last and it'll tell you 10 to 15 hours, but that's under very controlled circumstances. So I'm going to give you all the raw data from my side based on how I use them without getting too technical on you. Now first, let's talk about the good, because there's actually quite a lot that is good about these earbuds. I think aesthetic-wise, the case looks absolutely stunning. Now, if you're an engineer, you kind of know how these things work. You can really see that they put a lot of detail on the case. The blends and the surfacing is absolutely just stunning. I don't think anyone can deny that. Another thing that I have to give to Google is the fact that they managed to fit this thing here in such a tiny package and have it deliver amazing battery life. I think that is something that needs to be appreciated. Aesthetic wise, I absolutely love it. I love the fact that these earbuds in particular don't have that stem like other earbuds. For example, the Apple AirPods. I personally don't like those, but they do serve a purpose, which I'm going to get to later. Overall though, I think the design and the aesthetics of these things is absolutely beautiful. Now, you can definitely see that the surfacing on these things, if this thing will focus, has been thought of to the max. I mean, the way they just blend together, you cannot recreate this easily in any CAD package. This is definitely a very good industrial design. So Google, you get a lot of props for that. I think it's very nice that it also has this light in the front that allows you to just kind of see if this thing is alive or dead. It does blink red if it's dead, but overall, I think aesthetic-wise, it's perfect. I don't think there's much that can be improved here aesthetic-wise. Now, another thing that needs to be appreciated is the sound quality. The sound quality on these things is just absolutely amazing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not an audiophile. I'm not someone who goes out and purchases thousands of dollars worth of sound equipment just to get that little bit of extra oomph. I'm just a normal guy. And I'm usually not a big fan of earbuds. I have always preferred headphones, as you can see from my other videos, my ATH-M50. But I gotta say, these earbuds left me pretty shocked. The bass is definitely punchy. The treble, in my opinion, is just perfect. I have nothing but good things to say about the audio that comes out of these earbuds. They definitely nailed it.
Now, this was a very heavy, windy day in Helsinki, but the active noise cancellation came in and I could still hear the earbuds pretty well.
And again, the fact that it gives such an amazing battery life with good sound quality, I think is something that just cannot be stated enough. Now, in terms of voice and audio calls, it obviously performs very well. It does work flawlessly with WhatsApp, with just normal calls. When I was having conversations with people, they were still able to understand me. So I would say that in terms of that field, these buds perform in an excellent fashion. Now, as you probably already know, these things come with a touch capacitive surface here. This gray area, if this thing will zoom in there, that is touch capacitive there. And I'm not sure if I'm using the right term there, but essentially what I mean is if you touch it, then it activates certain commands. Now, between you, me, and these four walls, I very rarely use that. I mean, if you tap it once, it pauses. If you tap it twice, I think it skips forward. I find that a little bit annoying because when I work out, sometimes the earbuds fall and I'm pushing them in and it thinks I'm long pressing and it activates a mode. I personally don't use that function too often, but it is there, and in the limited time that I used it, it was okay. It wasn't the best thing since sliced bread, but I personally have that off on my earbuds. Now, when you purchase these earbuds, Google does give you a set of these guys here. Now, these are the earbud plugs that are going to go into the actual earbud, and depending on the size of your ear, you either pick the extra small, the small, or the large. I went with large because I have very weird ears. We'll talk about that in a second, and they work okay. Now let's talk about the battery life. I obviously didn't sit there and wear my earbuds and like, oh, how much life did it get? I didn't go that far. But let me give you a scenario so that way you can understand how often I charge these things. I recently took a trip to Helsinki, Finland, and I took these with me for the noise cancellation on the airplane, and of course so I can roam around the city without having to wear headphones. I only charged this case 3 times, and it wasn't even fully dead. It was maybe like 30%, 20%. And the rest of the times I just put the earbuds back in there. Now, I use the earbuds every single day. I use them for probably around 2 to 4 hours every single day, sometimes more, sometimes less. And in my opinion, these things perform very well in terms of battery life. Is it annoying to plug it in there? No. I mean, when you go to sleep at night, you have to plug in your phone anyway, and you can actually share the power from your phone. So you actually don't even have to plug this thing in. But I'm going to tell you right now that the battery life on these things is, in my opinion, phenomenal. I got amazing battery life. Now, I'm a degenerate who listens to the earbuds at like 90% volume, sometimes even 100. And even I was left astounded at how much battery life these things put out. So I'm going to tell you right now, on that department, you're going to be okay. Now, one cool thing, and this is one little technical data spec that I do feel needs to be put out there, is Google says you can actually charge these things to 20% in about 5 minutes, which equates to a couple of hours of listening time. I think that is a very commendable spec, because when it's running low and you need to get to the airport and you only have 5 minutes, you can just plug this thing in and it'll probably last you a good couple of hours for that. So I would say that overall, this thing has a lot of good aspects pertaining to it. It has very good sound quality. In my opinion, the case and the earbuds themselves look absolutely beautiful. And overall, I just have a very good experience with these things, except for a couple of tiny things here. Now, another good thing about these earbuds is the transparency mode. I thought that this was kind of a gimmick. I didn't really think I would ever use it. it, but I decided to give it a shot. I am usually not a fan of gimmicks, and I consider this one of them, but when I was going to coffee shops or just engaging with customer service in Finland, I actually used it quite a bit. I forgot I even had it on, and when I went to the coffee shop, I started talking to the person, and the earbuds just automatically detected that. They shut everything off and I could hear the other person very clearly. I thought that was pretty cool and I kept it on, and it actually is very useful. Just one catch: if you talk to yourself a lot like I do, then it's going to be activating quite a bit. Once in a while I talk to myself in terms of what material I'm going to pick, or maybe I'm just thinking out loud and the earbuds think that I'm talking, and so it silences the music. And if you do that like I do, then just keep that in mind. It's going to activate no matter what.
So this was the same heavy wind day in Helsinki, but even though it is windy, the earbuds still hear my voice and they turn on transparency mode. Overall noise cancellation in the transparency mode was absolutely flawless on this device.
So now that you know all of the good, well, what about the bad? What exactly is bad about these things if I'm raving so much about them? Now, there's only a couple of bad things in my opinion. Number one, while I do like how tiny these things are, when you put them in your ear, there really is no good way of telling how it's clocked. Now, I told you earlier that these things don't have the stem like the Apple AirPods, but the thing about the Apple AirPods is that the stem serves as kind of like a clocking feature. You can tell when it's facing down that it is in the correct position. For the longest time, I was actually wearing these incorrectly. Now, this surface right here is actually supposed to face out of the ear. I was wearing them like this, where the surface is kind of pointing into the ear, and it was kind of weird. If it had a locking feature like that, I think it would be very helpful. It's not necessary. After you use these for quite a bit, you kind of just know that they have to go in like this, because you of course have to tap this in order to play things if you're going to use that feature. Now, another bad thing in my opinion is that these little bud tips here are just not enough. Now, this is strictly anecdotal, so everyone has different ears, and I understand that most earbud manufacturers have a hard time with this, but I'm going to preface this by saying that I have some of the weirdest ears out there. My ears just have never worked flawlessly with earbuds. They never stay in when I'm walking, especially when I'm exercising. And believe it or not, I do exercise, but these things just fall out. I mean, after a couple of minutes, I have to push this thing in here to make sure that it doesn't fall out. And sometimes that does get annoying. And that's why I also disabled the little touch thing, because if I'm pushing this in there, it thinks I'm activating something, and it gets really annoying. So I think that that's just a me problem, because I never had good luck with other earbuds. That's just something to think about. I feel like they should have included maybe a medium size, and then that probably would have worked a little bit better for me. Now, another bad thing is that the Find My Device thing doesn't work all the time. Once in a while, I lose these things. I'm in the shop a lot and I lose these things. I put them somewhere random and I forget where I put them, and I figured, hey, I can go to my phone and activate the Find My Cub thing, right? Or whatever it's called. And I tell it to ring the buds, and it takes 2 or 3 minutes in order for it to actually do anything. Sometimes it doesn't do anything at all. The location is perfect. The location is pinpoint perfect, but everything else is just well, where's the ringing? I don't hear anything. Now, that could use a little bit of an improvement. That's mostly all software related. It's just something to think about. Now, if you decide to purchase these, you automatically get prompted on your phone to install the application that I have in front of you here. And these are the controls that you use to modify, say, the equalizer, to see how much battery is left. One thing that I did find a little annoying is, how do I tell the remaining battery life of, say, the case or the buds? Now, a lot of people would say, well, just open up the app and it tells you right here. As you can see, it's telling me that the case has, whatever battery life left. So what some people discovered is if you actually open the buds and then close them, there's a little notification there that tells you, hey, the buds are, say, at 100%, or the case is at 100%. I wish that was a permanent notification, but again, I haven't figured out a way to do that. Overall, though, that pretty much wraps up the bad part of the Pixel Buds Pro 2. Now, if that's the case, then what's the ugly? I mean, there has to be something in there, right? And unfortunately, yes, there is one big ugly, and I personally find this incredibly infuriating. And I hope that Google actually makes this into a toggle, because it's mostly software related. It's not hardware related. From the hardware side, I think I've sold you guys on the fact that this thing is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's functional. It's just satisfying to do this, right? I mean, every once in a while I find myself just doing that because it's just so satisfying. But there's one big ugly about these things that really irks the hell out of me. If you listen to the earbuds for an extended period of time at what Google considers high volume, it will, out of nowhere, just throttle the volume down to say 5 or 10%. That is incredibly infuriating. You can be in the middle of a workout, or if you're like me, you work on construction once in a while and you wear these, right? You're under a crawl space, you're in the zone, you're wiring something, and then all of a sudden the earbuds just boop, they just go quiet. That needs to be fixed. That is incredibly infuriating. Either way though, it seems like it's a software issue, so Google should be able to make that into a switch that says, hey, we're looking out for you, but you can turn this off if you want. And I think they should do that, because I can't tell you how many times I've been working out, jogging, or, cutting something, and all of a sudden, boop, the earbuds just go quiet. You need to fix that, Google. If you fix that, these will be almost perfect. They will be absolutely flawless.
Now, as you guys can probably tell, I'm in the beautiful city of Helsinki. Let's wrap up this review very quickly. Do I think these things are actually worth it? The answer is yes. Despite that one flaw, I think they actually are worth it. Now, if Google can fix the issue of the volume lowering because it detects that the volume is too high, I think that these would be absolutely perfect. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a crawl space or doing something pretty intense where all of a sudden the volume goes down. If Google can just make that into a switch, I think it will be perfect. So I would say yes, they are worth it. If you can find them in a deal, that's what I think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my time here in this beautiful but cold city of Helsinki in Finland, and you take care. Bye-bye.